The richest people I know don't wear designer suits or drive supercars. And no one proves this better than Warren Buffett. Despite his billions, he still lives in the same house he bought in 1958 and drives a modest Cadillac. Buffett doesn't chase luxury. He builds quiet wealth through discipline and simplicity. Despite being worth billions, he still lives in the same house he bought in 1958 and drives a modest Cadillac. Buffett's life is proof that real wealth whispers. It doesn't need to shout. Real wealth does not scream. It is silent, and the habits that creates it is mostly overlooked by most people. The money decisions they make are not random. They work with systems and patterns that compounds in the background. If you want to start being rich and not looking rich, here are 6 habits you must embody. Number 1. Lazy automatic investing. The lazy trick that builds wealth without thinking. Quietly wealthy people are lazy, but they know exactly what they are doing. They don't waste time and energy on performing tasks that will drain them financially. What they have done instead is build systems that will do all the hard lifting for them instead. Periodically, which could be weekly or monthly, a portion goes straight into investments. The others go into emergencies. They use spreadsheets to make sure everything is in order. All bills are paid automatically. What they know that most people don't is automation eliminates emotional decisions. There's no temptation or invitation to spend what is already allocated. Warren Buffett built a wealth base running into hundreds of billions using this principle, and many more has followed since then. You'll never find quietly wealthy people waking up in a panic, realizing they forgot to pay a credit card bill or skipped a month of investing. And the benefits for this compounds over time. Let's say you automate $500 a month into an index fund. You keep on doing this for the next 10 years. You will realize that a loan could grow into tens of thousands, without a single emotional decision, not to mention the interest also compounding over that time. Wealth grows silently when your money is always moving in the right direction. Want to build real wealth? Build the system that can run in the background while you live your life. Number 2. Why their life doesn't change, even when their paycheck does. Ever notice how some people get a raise, and suddenly everything changes? A new car, a bigger apartment, fancier gadgets. That's lifestyle inflation, the silent killer of long-term wealth. Quietly wealthy people think differently. When their income rises, their spending barely moves. They don't see more money as a signal to upgrade. They see it as an opportunity to secure what they already have. They've built a life they genuinely enjoy, so there's no pressure to prove it with bigger purchases. Sure, they might improve one small thing, a better mattress, a gym membership, maybe higher quality food. But the rest? It goes straight into investments, savings, or new income streams. Because they understand something most people ignore. Every upgrade carries a hidden cost. A bigger house means higher taxes, maintenance, and pressure to fill it. A new car brings payments, insurance hikes, and constant depreciation. So they pause, they hold off, and in doing so, they create something rare. Margin. Margin for peace. Margin for freedom. Margin for wealth that compounds quietly in the background while everyone else is trying to look rich. Number 3. Looking rich versus actually being rich. What does it mean to be rich as opposed to looking rich? Well, one of them is that most people brag about their income. On the other hand, quietly wealthy people obsess with improving their net worth. They don't care if you know how much they have or not. Money spent is never gotten back, but invested can multiply your net worth. Income is what flows in. Net worth is what's left after spending. Net worth is not only a function of what comes in, but what remains. Someone earning $100,000 could have a lesser net worth than someone with an income of $60,000 over time. One of the reasons this happens often is that one is focused on appearances. The other is focused on assets. The quietly wealthy track their net worth like their life depends on it. They know everything about their finances and understands what compounding could do to it in a few years. They break it down into different assets, classes in several cases. Their goal is to win back their freedom as time goes by. If you want to start your wealth journey, stop focusing on your salary alone. Ensure you ask, what do I actually keep? What am I building? The 10-year mindset that quietly builds millions. Number 4. The 10-year mindset. Most people plan for Friday. The quietly wealthy plan for a decade. They don't chase quick wins. They plant seeds that grow quietly over years. While others jump on every new trend, they pause and ask, what will this choice mean 10 years from now? That single question rewires everything. It turns impulse into intention. It turns spending into strategy. They're not skipping vacations because they're stingy. They're buying time, peace, and freedom for their future selves. See, compound growth doesn't make noise. It doesn't impress anyone in year one. But over time, it becomes unstoppable. A force that rewards patience and discipline. Take this. Invest $10,000 at age 25. At 7% annual growth, it becomes $76,000 by 65. Now do that every year. And you're quietly sitting on a fortune most people never see coming. Quietly wealthy people know this math like muscle memory. It's how they move through life. They don't fear missing out on trends. They fear missing out on freedom. Because the truth is, wealth isn't built in years. It's built by how far ahead you're willing to think. Number 5. The hidden income streams you never see. Quietly, wealthy people rarely rely on one paycheck. They know that depending on a single source of income is like walking a tightrope, with no safety net beneath you. So they build layers of income, slowly, deliberately, and quietly. It might begin with a few dividend stocks, then maybe a small rental property, later, a side business or a digital product that earns money while they sleep. It's not about working nonstop. It's about getting their money to work, even when they don't. To them, income isn't a stream. It's a portfolio of rivers, each feeding the next. If one dries up, the others still flow. And here's the secret. They always start small. $100 a month. Doesn't sound like much, right? But stretch that across a year. Then build a few more like it. Suddenly you're looking at thousands flowing in without lifting a finger. It's not luck. It's not magic. It's strategy, patience, and the quiet discipline that builds a fortress of freedom over time. Number 6, they buy fewer things, but buy smarter. This is where I will point out that Warren Buffett has been in the same house since the 1950s, and it's a beautiful house regardless till this day. Quietly. Wealthy people aren't cheap. They're strategic. They know that buying something cheap that breaks in a year is more expensive than buying something of high quality that will last for a very long time. For quietly wealthy people, every purchase is an investment. That doesn't mean they spend more. It means they spend better. Before buying any time, they will make sure it can stand the test of time. You won't find them wearing designer sneakers. Rather, they would wear properly tailored clothes and spend that money elsewhere. This mindset is what keeps they constantly on top of every financial situation. To be one of them, you have to value function over flash, longevity over trends. You have to know that it's a game of priorities, and quietly wealthy people are masters of picking what actually matters. These habits don't make headlines. They're not flashy or viral, but that's exactly why. They work. Because while the world chases the illusion of wealth, the quietly rich are building the real thing behind the scenes. Start small. Automate one thing. Track your net worth. Rethink your next purchase. These aren't overnight moves. They're lifetime shifts. But if you follow them long enough, you'll wake up one day and realize you're quietly wealthy.